What is up? What is up, guys? This is the Mark with the Mike, and it's another The Wrestling Babble podcast by Red Cycle Inc. I'm Mark with the Mike, joined by Louis Beans.
What's up? What's up?
A lot of wrestling covered this week. We got title change. We have a lot of nonsense, and then we had some good stuff as well. Yeah. So Zack Ryder and Kurt Hawkins lost their tag titles already.
And could we say like how many matches have they had since they won?
On Raw, maybe 2.
Come on, man. Okay, I get it. How many matches have they had on pay-per-view? Like one?
Twice.
They were on pre-shows, right?
Yeah.
Like, what does can I ask you, Mark? What does a title run in WWE even mean anymore? Like, there is no run if they don't really like you. You know what I mean? Like, this
is my problem, and I love the Usos. I love the Revival, and I feel like they were having a tag team rivalry without the belts, which the belts should have been involved in that sense, in that matter anyway. Mm-hmm. But I think Kurt Hawkins and Zack Ryder are a good tag team, and honestly are good characters and good wrestling characters that you could have added into that and made it a 3-way rivalry and it'd been perfectly fine.
And I think also you could have built up a new opponent for the tag champs.
Yeah. To
get something different out of Hawkins and Ryder, because for better or for worse, we've already seen what they can do with the Revival, but they've never even had a chance to work with the Usos on a rivalry type of terms.
Exactly.
So we never got that.
Or Lucha the Lucha House Party.
They were busy getting beat up by Lars Sullivan for no reason.
But you could have put them in the tag match with them. And I think Zack Ryder and the Lucha guys have good chemistry because they worked before with each other. Yeah. And when it was the Major Brothers.
Good point.
So, like, you have a lot of good tag teams in Monday Night Raw. You could easily made something out of it instead of just having them not on TV. One, you didn't highlight them at all on TV, which really, this is what really bothered me about this wild card shit. I think this is the purpose of why it's really bothering me, is the fact that you have all these guys, you have all these titles, and none of them are on TV besides the Universal and the Women's. You have
US. That's about the only other one.
Well, the US has some time this week because you actually had to put it on somebody. But other than that, the tag titles haven't been on TV for 2 weeks before this.
True that.
And then you have Daniel Bryan and Rowan with the tag titles, and you don't put them on TV? Why is Daniel Bryan not on TV?
You know what? Maybe because he didn't go to Super Showdown.
That doesn't fucking matter.
No, I mean, you know how people are.
Let's make an example. All right, the new pay-per-view that's coming up, like it got a last minute kind of thing to promote it and shit like that. The Stomping Grounds, right?
Yes.
It only got like 2 weeks to promote it. Honestly, that was a rushed in event venue they had to get.
Blame the pay-per-view that was billed as being greater than this year's WrestleMania.
Exactly. So they're having problems selling tickets. You want to know my answer of selling tickets in Tacoma, Washington?
What's that?
Put Daniel Bryan on the card.
Yes. Yeah. You're right. Wait, you're right. You're 100% right. Yes.
Who's fucking the man in Washington?
Exactly.
Daniel Bryan. Heel or babyface, he's going to sell out that fucking show.
Yeah.
Why isn't he on the card? That don't make sense. It doesn't. It's mind-boggling. It's mind-boggling what they're doing, and it hurts me because again, I'm putting my time in and watching every week, and I watched the 3-hour Raw. I don't cut and do the 90-minute. I watched the whole fucking 3 hours Raw. I watched the 2 hours SmackDown, and I love the NXT UK, and 205 Live because those are the best shows, honestly, hands down.
Yes, very much so. And I've been saying it for a while. 205 has been catching its footing, and now it's starting. People starting to catch on, man.
205 been solid since
Since Buddy. When Buddy hit the scene, that's when 205 they started to get this shit together.
I would say before last WrestleMania, when you had Cedric and Ali rivaling for the title.
Good point.
But it's been a hot. Yo, freaking Gallagher and Gable. Shit.
Man, we keep saying like it's you don't know where you're gonna get the classic match from every week, but god damn it, there goes another one.
And you know what? They did fuck up on the finish, and
It,
I'm perfectly fine with that.
but I understand, but you know what? It's like when it's two people as skilled as them, when they mess up something, it's not even. It's, well, number one, it's not that bad, but number two, it almost feels like there's just they're going so hard. They're so
Yeah,
going being so intense. It almost makes it feel like it's just a part of everything. You know,
yeah.
that's a different feel, man. It really is.
And one thing I loved about the match is that it ended in a count out that was not really supposed to happen, but it happened. But it leaves on to the fuck like I could have beat you without the toe count out and shit like that, and
Right.
leaves that rivalry. And they could have a rivalry for a good 3 weeks and have some amazing matches through that.
That reminded me of Chris Benoit, Kurt Angle. Just gonna put that out there.
Yeah,
That's really what
yeah,
it reminded me of.
yeah.
Because when Dak started going in, like that it's hard not to get those Benoit vibes. When somebody gets as intense and is as precise as Gallagher is, it really does remind you of that.
Gallagher, I think he was a missed opportunity for the Cruiserweight Championship. I think he should have had it at least once. Already.
I think maybe it's getting to be about his time. I think it is. Like they're warming up to him because remember Cedric is gone, Buddy's gone, and Mustafa Ali is gone. Excuse me, Ali is gone.
It's sad that he didn't get the belt either.
Yeah, that's probably the one. That's the Ali didn't get the belt. That's like, man, that dude worked his ass off, and was right there too.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but still good stuff. Still, please watch 205. If you don't, do it.
Yeah. Monday Night Raw was okay.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it wasn't. Again, it wasn't a bad Raw. It's just there are decisions that keep happening every week that make me scratch my head and go, "What are you doing? Why?"
Did we see adjustments in some of the people that showed up? Yes. Is it good enough to forgive them for like just not showing the tag champions at times and shit like that? No. And I think that's the problem. And I think that's the problem with the wild card. Stop making it every week. Make it a special thing. Make it maybe once in a while. Don't have to do it every fucking.
I agree with it, or just write the outcomes of these things. You know, I think for what they want to present to everybody, they've been proving week after week that they can't do that fly by the seat of your pants stuff anymore.
Yeah.
And when you keep hearing that everything is last minute, things change in a drop of a dime, if that's how things are actually being run, that might be a bigger problem with what's going on than we think it is. Because this is like stuff is starting not to make sense. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
and there's no. Let me ask you, because this is an interesting thing that somebody brought up. Which show was Nikki Cross originally from? Like, where's she from now?
She's on Raw.
So she was switched to Raw.
Yeah, she was switched to Raw.
So why were both of them why were both of them on SmackDown? Like, and I still don't understand why Alexa Bliss is able to challenge for the women's title on SmackDown.
Well, she won a good number contendership.
No, I know she won, but that doesn't. It's just like it doesn't make sense. So it's just like they needed somebody dependable instead of like, maybe it might have just have been a good idea to just do the damn shakeup.
Yeah.
Like I think that they're doing it anyway. Is the point I'm making? It's like you haven't changed anything. You know what I'm saying? Like so. I don't know. I don't know.
For this example, and this is something that's been, you know what? I understand what he's doing, but it's getting a little too much now. How Shane McMahon had about 60 minutes.
Oh my god! And it just wasn't all that good, all that great, because it was just so much of the same thing.
Like I understand, I like how he's bantering and shit, but it's too much time. Like 60 minutes. 60 minutes between SmackDown and Raw. You know how many matches you could put in between that?
Yeah, how many people you could have highlighted? How many people could have just done something? Been like, "Hi, Mom." You know what I'm saying? Like,
been on TV.
Yeah, it's real bad. It's real bad.
It's getting to a point that it was like in like 2003, and it was just kind of tough to watch.
Now, now for me, because I don't remember which time period. Like who
That's
was
right.
what?
That was when MVP was around.
Yeah, I wasn't watching that much.
Yeah, it's getting to that point that it's getting really stagnant and it's getting very repetitive. And what they're doing to Raw and now they're doing it to SmackDown. SmackDown's been sneaking. SmackDown's a bit more balanced with the matches, but is little by little been sinking as well, and it's not entertaining enough. Like I love the whole New Day thing. New Day thing was cool, but against the 3-on-3 was a fun match. I thought it was really good. At least KO, Sami Zayn being together, it makes sense. At least Ziggler there, it makes sense. So at least that's fine. I'm fine with that.
Yeah, like
The
that whole
whole,
thing is pretty much that's one of the bright spots of this whole
yeah.
thing. Yes,
I do not need Shane McMahon. I really don't. Like I understand what you're doing with him, but
it's the same thing with Roman Reigns. I don't
yeah,
need them on both shows every week.
me either. I don't need them both on the. If you're gonna do something with Drew McIntyre, do it soon because honestly, I feel like he's becoming a waste as well.
Yeah, you're right.
I would like to see Braun Strowman versus Samoa Joe for the US title.
Yeah, me too.
I think that's a smart matchup. But honestly, I've seen Ricochet and Cesaro. Like honestly, I know they're gonna fight for the number one contendership this week. So at least they're doing that. The women, there's a lot of women in that roster that's not being used on TV.
And
but
you're just getting bullied in the back every week.
We're just getting the same exact ones. We're getting Lacey Evans and we're getting Alexa and Nikki Cross, which I love Alexa. I love her so much. And I think she could highlight anything right, and I'm happy to see her wrestle again. So I'm not gonna say nothing really to her Alexa because she hasn't been really wrestling. She just started wrestling again, so I'm not gonna say anything on that. But again, Lacey Evans being on both shows, Charlotte being on both shows, and it's like, okay, I get it. There's other women on this roster. Where's Naomi?
What is she hurt?
Where's Dana Brooke? Where's Natalia?
Is she hurt? Like to every one of them? Are they hurt? What's going on?
Where's the Kabuki Warriors? God damn it!
Oh my God, you hit the nail on the head. They did all that work for nothing.
Where is Paige?
Oh no, they were at E3. Damn, that's messed up. They didn't come back. Kabuki Warriors went to E3 and never came back.
They've been showing up on Up, Down, Down more than they show up on fucking.
Yup. Oscar, R.I.P. Xavier Woods. Oscar murdered him with a hammer, with a Monster Hunter hammer. But true story. What's been going on?
They really need to structure this wild card thing. Honestly, I say get rid of it.
They need to get rid of that. They need to restructure the divisions. They need to keep their promises that they keep making because once again, they're not listening to the fans. We're listening to the fans, and we never will. Like, why do you keep saying that? No, don't even say that. Like, that's just annoying.
Y'all listening to us like we listen to our parents.
Oh man,
it's like we listen to what we want to hear.
Yeah, exactly. What you want to hear. It is just like, where is the promise of the women's tag being defended across all brands? God damn it. We say it every week, but it hasn't happened yet. That was a promise made by another tag team that you happen to take the belts off of them. But why can't you do that? That would freshen up the division a lot more.
Yeah.
And give other people a chance to shine. Like, God damn it, man. Like, I kind of, you know what? I kind of now see what the fans who were against the belts being in existence were saying only because of the way WWE is handling those belts. It's like, why are you going to make them? You ain't going to use them. Yeah. It's just like, damn, you right. Because I was on the boat screaming and jumping like, yeah, make the damn tag belts. Like, it's a cool idea. It's a good thing. You want to promote, the evolution in the sports entertainment world. Do it, yes, but they ain't using it, dog.
They're the same boat as the tag championships.
They show up, the Iconics show up, but they ain't wrestling nobody. Yeah. Literally, they just wrestling like jabronis.
But I'm fine with that. Like that part, I'm fine with them doing that and stuff like that. It builds their character as the heel and shit. But they don't actually have a real rivalry right now.
But they haven't even been to NXT to do the same thing. That's the thing that's still killing me. They still haven't gone down to Full Sail to fight some unknown team down there just to beat them up the same way. I would love it.
Yeah.
especially if we're going to be serious about promoting NXT as the third brand. Right? Like Triple H wants to come up on TV and say it. I feel it. We all, as fans who watch the takeovers, know that that's much better than any pay-per-view from the main roster in a good long while.
Yeah.
You know, we feel it, but can you help us? You know, just a little bit more, please. Please. That's all that I ask.
Yeah. And also, like again, you started something between Alexa and Nikki Cross against them, and then all of a sudden we don't see it anymore.
Good point.
I think honestly, the use of Alexa and Nikki Cross against the Iconics, I thought that was perfectly fine. You could start building Alexa kind of as a babyface because they've been hinting Alexa going babyface for quite some time.
Yeah,
they just never. Why? And I actually would like to see it because she always been heel. So I would like to see her character as a babyface now, as in before she was a babyface, but now she actually has a character. To see where that goes.
True enough. I mean, but again, I think as long as she seems natural in the role, it's fine.
Yeah, and I think that's fine. I think the crowd likes her. The crowd always cheers for her no matter what. So it works.
But she's like in that. I feel like she's like in the Becky Lynch now.
Yeah.
Stone Cold, The Rock. It's just like it doesn't matter what you are.
Yeah.
You kind of are you now.
Yeah.
So whether you hit somebody in the back of the head with a chair or you help somebody, I don't know. It just doesn't feel like a different person. It's just like, well, he's just Alexa Bliss going to do Alexa Bliss. You know what I mean? That's what it feels like. So I'm fine either way.
Yeah, I just you can be more creative with it. And again, you have a full like roster of women that has not been on TV, and you have a tag team division that is not. See, this is something I brought up to Minion, and maybe this would be a good idea. Instead of having main event be main event, why don't you make that a tag team focused show?
Okay, I like
just that hour of wrestling would be all tag team wrestling.
I like
and you can mix all the brands. You could put NXT, SmackDown, Raw, and
that way the Viking Experience could get some time to be on.
Exactly.
What happened to them? That's just not even funny.
And they're a hot tag team, and you just
so good. It's not like they're like the what are the two guys from NXT that they brought up way too early. Yeah, those guys.
You know, you like how they automatically came in and nothing was said. They were in the Battle Royal.
Yeah, I saw. Also, shout outs to I think it was I want to say it was one of the guys, one of the YouTube guys. I think it's Cultaholic. His name is King Ross. But hey, did you know there were 51 guys in the Battle Royal?
No, you don't want to count.
There was 51. So they screwed that up anyway. I'm just going to put that out there. So, you know what? We're going to come back to the key word for WWE that is lacking, and that's consistency. There is none. There isn't. I wouldn't be surprised if one day Finn Balor came out and he wasn't the IC champ. Just for no reason. They just took the belt. Just like, what happened to his belt? What? And they just never answer it. You know what I'm saying? And then like one day on a house show, he's got the belt again. Because they have zero consistency. Things just happen.
Yeah. And this is something that has to really change.
It is their own fault because I wouldn't ask for consistency if they wouldn't pretend there was any in the first place.
Yeah.
Like if they frame this show, you know what the most consistent thing has been? Number one, R-Truth is like if you follow the through line of the 24/7 title, you'll get a consistent line of where the belt's been and the entire journey, right?
Yeah.
That will literally happen. Number two, Firefly Funhouse has been a consistent thing. If you've gone from the first episode until the last one, which is also pretty good. I'm not eating that damn jam though. If you follow from the first episode up until the last episode, there is a consistent story arc, and there's been literal progression the entire time. That's two of the most consistent things in WWE. And you know what? those are also letting the two performers that are like the main people do what they do best. So I don't know what to say there. There's so much other shit going on that's just like I don't even care anymore.
Yeah, and I love I watch. I love the guys. I support WWE and the. I think I support it more for the wrestlers and the wrestlers, especially going through NXT and learning these personalities and you falling in love with these guys as NXT stars, making it up. Like you have more of a connection to a lot of them. My thing is like again, you have such a big roster. Why don't you start making some tag teams if you don't have enough tag teams in the division? Yo, Ali and Cedric Alexander, make them a tag team.
Yeah, why not?
Heart and soul.
Yeah, basically.
One
Basically.
idea. They could be a highlight in that tag division.
True. That's true. That is true.
Because right now SmackDown needs tag teams. They're in dire need of tag teams. All they have is Heavy Machinery and Daniel Bryan Rowan.
Yeah. I mean, good stuff to Heavy Machinery coming out and still being entertaining. That was another highlight.
Yeah.
I had fun with that.
Yeah.
Even though I'm still tired of there was too much Shane, Miz doing double duty was all right.
Yeah.
But again, and not even to the credit of that whole thing, and like maybe that's because there was so much talking, that those two matches were like super quick.
Yeah.
So that was like a good passing of storyline. And had the Shane stuff had been like, let's wrap it up with that, like just as short, it probably wouldn't have been so unbearable. Because then you could have got another wrestling match with some other team.
Yeah.
Scott's kind of out here trying to get me. Run me down with a motorcycle. But yeah, it's too much bloat on the show.
Yeah.
Too much of that.
Way too much. And it's getting to a point that's not even entertaining. It's just annoying.
There's too much bloat and too much repetition.
Yeah.
Yes, I love Sammy and Kevin Owens, but it's like it's hard to go. You have to continue the champions storyline, yes, but that's Dolph Ziggler and basically the New Day, right?
Yeah.
Somebody else could have had a match instead of that being a 6-man match. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Or they could have had just the talking part. Like you said, you don't always need the champ to fight.
Yeah.
If that had been resolved with just some talking, some brawling to the back or whatever, and somebody else got to have a match, that I would have liked that more. Still.
I think also you have the New Day back as in Xavier and Biggie. You could start working them into the tag team division as well. They don't
That's true. That's true.
And you guys need tag teams, and that's one of your most profitable tag team.
Right there. Yeah, we'll see, because that's true. This is week 1 of Biggie being actually back. You're right.
I love him when he comes back. He hugs the shit out of people.
Oh man, Biggie's the best.
But yeah, Raw and SmackDown been very stagnant at times. They have some good things, but there's a lot of bad things in between. We just want more consistency. That's why we say every freaking week for the last couple of months. But consistency is what is key. Like if you have consistent storylines and how easily me and you made sense about certain things and how to do it, it's very simple booking. And that's something that you look at NXT UK, and 205. That's what they do is simple booking. Everybody wants the title. What they're fighting for? A shot at that title.
Also, yeah, that's true. That's true. I wanted to just run it down so you can see just how repetitive it really has become. It's like you can count the number of names, and it's like maybe 10 wrestlers that get highlighted every single week. Some of them, I'm not against it because some of them are newer people.
Yeah.
But some of them are just the same people. An example I just want to give you, and this was a good match. Carmella and Sonya Deville had a match on SmackDown, but we've seen Carmella every week. Plus also she's been in the talking role, but this fact still remains. We've seen Carmella every week. We've seen Sonya Deville every week for at least since WrestleMania. Miz and Drew McIntyre had a match. It was very short, but like we said, we've seen the Miz and we've seen Drew McIntyre since WrestleMania. The Miz also fought Elias, who we've also seen just about every week since WrestleMania. That 6-man tag, guess what? The Miz did triple duty, so that means he was on both shows. had a match. We tagged with Braun Strowman and Ricochet, who we've also seen since WrestleMania, and he was against Samoa Joe, Bobby Lashley, and Cesaro. Now, it's unfortunate to lump Cesaro in there, but because he was a part of a tag team that was a pretty big deal, he's also been very much highlighted. Now, him as a solo person, that's debatable because we know he's damn good and he needs to be highlighted, but it is what it is, right? Literally, we've seen these same, like, it was like 10 people, god damn it, every week for like the past 2-3 months.
Yeah.
Where the hell is the rest of the roster?
Yeah.
That's the problem I have with just everything going on. Where the fuck is everybody else? You pay so many people to not do anything. Where the hell are they?
Shit, I want to be paid not to do anything.
Yeah, I mean, get that free healthcare. I mean, not free, but you making that money, it might as well be free because you ain't doing nothing to get hurt.
Exactly.
There's just so many people that could be rotating in and out of these matches. Where the hell are they? Yeah. If Sonya Deville fought one of the Kabuki Warriors because they had a feud with them, that would be different. Kairi Sane, I don't think has had a solo match since one singles match. See? One. So as part of a tag team, she can still have singles matches. Hasn't shown up.
Kairi Sane debuted last month. She was on TV once.
Wow. Really? Only once?
Yeah.
Wow.
Well, twice because they named them Kabuki Warriors.
Well, yeah. No, you're right. But like, they only had like what, 2 matches?
How do you not have Kairi Sane on the roster and Asuka? Asuka, those two are your best wrestlers, hands down. You know how is Asuka not part of the women's championship?
I don't understand. I don't know.
She beat Becky,
but they still don't know what to do with her. It's literally they just don't know what to do with her, and it's really sad.
Shinsuke. It's simple.
Where's my boy Shinsuke?
Just have her fight. We don't need to know her life story. We just need to see her fight.
Yes, it. Just beat people up.
Hey, keep smiling with the evil smile. That's all you gotta do. Same thing with Shinsuke Nakamura. He doesn't need to talk. Even when he talks, he's an asshole. When he's a heel, he's great at it. He's a good heel. Let him fucking be.
You're right.
It's annoying. It's so annoying because you have such good talent, and we know they're good. Fucking Rusev should have been a WWE Championship a long time. Yo, y'all ruined fucking Rusev Day. Rusev Day was the biggest fucking chant for a good 6 months straight.
I think if you count the history of what since that time period till now of the biggest blown opportunities that WWE has had, Rusev Day is like number 1.
Yeah,
it was a grassroots thing from a superstar that wasn't getting anything.
Yeah,
but we know how the fans know how good Rusev is, and just Rusev is good. So you when the two come together, it made magic. And then, god damn it, if fucking Aiden English didn't work magic with his pipes, man.
That was the worst thing they did. It was break them up. Like, yo, that was a great tag team right there.
And then please tell me, how did that angle pay off when they broke them up like that? It didn't go anywhere.
Went nowhere.
No, Aiden English did not get destroyed. He got beat in the match. It was like they were trying to harken back to the days when, you mess with a man's wife, he'll kill you. But Rusev just beat him in the match and just chased him out of the ring. That's it.
Yeah.
He didn't leave him for dead anyway. So why would you even go that way with the story? And it didn't go anywhere.
Yeah.
It didn't go. You know what I'm saying? Like, if they would have kept them as a unit, as a tag team, they had the momentum. God. Top, you know what? I'm gonna say it right now. Top 3 blown opportunities in like the past. Well, since see, I don't want to be too biased, but since I've come back to wrestling, and it's like 3 years.
Yeah.
Rusev Day, I'll put at number 1. Them having all the members of the Bullet Club that literally keep throwing up that fucking sign, and they never end up in the same team.
Should they tag team with Triple H in Japan?
I hate everything. I can't. I hate everything right now. Please tell me that's not real.
No, it's real. It's happening.
Are they fighting the Bullet Club? Who are they fighting?
It's Triple H, AJ Styles, and Anderson and Gallows. They're
Versus
tag
who?
teaming versus Corbin, McIntyre, that group, Bobby Lashley and
But
Wyatt.
okay. So we're gonna get Triple H's version of it. Why isn't Finn there? I don't care if it doesn't. If that group doesn't make sense. Finn should be there. It doesn't have to make sense. We know the deal.
I'm just
But
saying, Papa Triple H, make a new club.
All right, but I'm just saying, waste of opportunities. That's one of them. But if you, I hope this works, please. That's number 2 for me, and number 3 is Fashion Files, another tag team disaster where they had the momentum to become such a big thing, and they just pulled the plug on it.
Yeah.
And now look at them; they just all over the place. But then we got spoilers. Spoilers. Yeah. Dango has been sighted.
I'm excited.
Dango's back.
Why do I feel like we're gonna have a Shawn Michaels marriage in any moment?
No, don't do it. I want my. They don't even have to do Fashion Files. They could just do personal. They could talk, please.
What if they become like a serious fucking tag team and just
they could. They could. They could very well be NXT tag team champs. Come on.
Yep.
It's but like for me, top 3 blown opportunities.
I'll mention
saw skyrocket to the moon at the height of popularity where they had fucking Fashion File. They had that tag team had a pay-per-view moment. Like that was like we bring up like how loud the pops are for certain things. That shit was huge, man. And so many people, even though they were being ridiculous, they bought in, dude, and they were hoping they won that match. Like
they should have.
Think about that. You are so good at comedy wrestling that you got people who don't like comedy wrestling to root for you to be the champs. That's fucking amazing.
Yeah.
So like they blew it. They blew it.
But we got a little tease. We got a little tease in NXT, so I'm a little excited about that.
Dang it.
I'll add 2 more to your thing.
Okay.
Damien Sandow.
Okay. Yeah.
Sun double.
Yeah.
They fucked that all up. He was so popular that you should have had him beat Miz and shit like that. And
and
then Heath Slater.
Yeah. Yeah. You're right.
Heath Slater, the free agent. I think it was such a miss out. He should have at least got the IC title during that time. Because during that time, also he was in a movie with the Miz, and that could have easily been something that he rivaled.
Oh shit! Wow. Damn. Good stuff.
Moving on.
Oh, I have some stuff too for some podcasts to listen to. So if you have stories and stuff you want to run down, go ahead.
Just the other thing, New Japan Pro Wrestling, the G1 Climax tournament starts soon, and they announced Block A and Block B, and it looks like it's going to be a crazy one.
Oh yes, cool stuff.
You see Moxley in it. Moxley did sound, and he's going to be part of it. You have, I think he's part of the B block.
Okay.
So he's in the block with Juice.
You gonna throw down?
We got some good matches. Kenta is also part of it. I know Jericho was going to be in it, but I guess originally Jericho was supposed to be in it.
Wow. Okay.
I guess he was just talking shit, but they do have a good card. I think that'll probably be the picture of the podcast so you guys can see who's in it. But yeah, they got a good thing going with New Japan.
Yeah, yes they do. Yes they do.
See if I have it.
Like I've been actually watching a bunch of this stuff. I've been seeing I forget the name of the event because I don't know. I don't exactly follow it 100%. But I saw like the highlights from the matches with Suzuki and the champ. Yeah. And Okada. I was like, God damn it, they still out there busting their ass. Like if they don't be careful, Suzuki might steal that belt. I'm just
So,
he might just beat him and not give it back.
Here we go. So Block A, you have Lance Archer, Evil, Bad Luck Fale, Kota Ibushi, Kenta. Oh, Kota Ibushi's okay.
Yeah, I thought he was dead.
Yeah. Okada, Will Ospreay.
Why
Okada's in it? Isn't he champion?
You know what? I guess he doesn't care.
Will Ospreay, Zack Sabre Jr., Sonata, and Hiroshi Tanahashi.
Gotcha.
And then Block B, you have Jeff Cobb,
Oh
Gato,
shit.
or Ishii, John Moxley, Naito, Naito versus
Wow.
Moxley.
That's a good one. Oh.
Oh man, Robinson, Juice Robinson, Tatachi, Shigo Takagi.
Mm-hmm.
That's that the guy I was talking about, the Bone Dragon.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Uh,
Yeah.
Jay White and Toru Yano. That's your boy.
I want to see Moxley versus Yano.
Me too.
That's what I want to see. That might be the highlight of the whole G1.
Man, I'm very excited. G1 starts July 6th. It'll be in Texas, so actually, so the airing of it probably be at night instead of being like at 5 in the morning.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, this one's in Texas. So yeah, I'm actually gonna pay. This is one I'm actually gonna really pay attention to.
Good stuff.
I'm excited for it because Moxley. And Moxley's been fucking everywhere, man. I'm excited to see him in upstate New York. He just did the New Jersey Six Flags show yesterday, and Big Cass
Yeah,
came.
I saw about that.
Yeah, big chubby, Big Cass came in and stuff.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, how about that?
Was,
I forget that he's even still out there wrestling. That's right. How about that?
So it was cool seeing them. Again, Moxie's kicking ass, taking names, and it's nice seeing him where he's at.
Good stuff, man.
I'm very happy for him. I can't wait to meet him in August.
And what's that? What is that?
One upstate, the Northeast Wrestling Federation up in.
Mm-hmm.
I went to the show over there. It's gonna be Moxley versus Pentagon Jr.
Oh, really? Wow.
Josh got us tickets. So yeah.
Good stuff. Good stuff. Is Pentagon usually like a singles wrestler? I don't really know.
Yeah, he usually wrestles singles. Like again, okay. Remember in Lucha Underground, he was mainly a singles wrestler.
Okay, gotcha.
And stuff like that. But him and his brother, Phoenix is actually his blood brother.
Mm-hmm.
So they do their thing as well.
Yeah, because like, oh yeah, don't they have them? They have a match with the Young Bucks, I think, in AAA.
Yeah,
coming up soon.
Yeah.
Like, there's so much fucking. Damn, there's so much good wrestling about to happen.
Yeah.
So what I was listening to this week was like I heard Sam, I heard Chris Van Vliet, and I heard Edge and Christian this week, and Colt Cabana, which is pretty funny.
I heard Major Wrestling Figure Pod.
Gotcha.
Which was about the Stomp in Paradise, Stomp figures and shit. It was actually quite funny. The Stomp figures are pretty much like the army looking action figures. They call it Stomp in Paradise because Thunder in Paradise.
Really? Are they themed after Thunder in Paradise?
No,
that's just what they
call it that, and they themed it like that. So they made their own little thing of it. They have their t-shirts and shit for it, but it's about they had these figures called Stomp, which were like the superhero versions of the wrestlers, and like Stone Cold was in it, and Undertaker and shit like that, and they had like army fatigue and shit like that, weapons and stuff. So yeah, it was pretty good cast. I also joined their Patreon to the Major Wrestling Figure podcast because I really like the show. I think I'm very supportive of the wrestling figure world. They're making me buy figures, which I don't want to do, but there's some cool ones out there, especially because I sold Ali and Ricochet. I really want those. And
we could bring that up because I still have the name of it up and everything. Because look at the slideshow that they have on the website.
Yeah.
There's now I believe they say this is coming out summer. I don't see a date for it.
Yeah.
And it's WWE Mattel's WWE Elite Collection Series 69.
Yeah,
that doesn't make that much sense. I don't see anything funny about this one. But number the first figure, and now mind you, like you might not like all the people in the figures, but when you look at the quality of the figures to the people and the gear and stuff, it's like, damn, man, this shit is really good. I wish I could have got this when I was younger because that would have made me care.
Yeah.
You know?
And then they have, so right now they have 3 tiers now. They have Ultimate Elite, which they just came out with Ronda Rousey and Ultimate Warrior, and that one's like really, really like scaled down. It looks incredible. Even has like multiple hands, multiple heads, different gear and shit like that. That you should check those out because those are the bigger. Those are going to be like $30-$40 a piece. I think the next one in that series is HA and Nick Nakamura.
Oh, Nakamura.
No, Bret Hart and Nakamura is next, and then I think it's AJ and someone else after that. But anyway, and those are the Ultimate Elites. Then you have the Elite figures, which are like $20 to $25, which are more for collectors than is, even though like they are like multiple and flexible and things like that, but they're made for collecting. They're more detailed oriented. They're more scaled to the face and everything like that. And then you have the basic line. The basic line are the cheaper figures. They're pretty much more plain, but you pretty much like those are the ones you want to buy a kid to play with, things like that. Those are
that makes a lot of sense. Yeah,
so those are the 3 lines they have. The Elites are very popular. I got maybe a few of them. I don't have a lot of them, but I got like Alexa Bliss. I got a Shawn Michaels, and I got the Booty-O box with the New Day, and I also have the Hardy Boys that I posted up on Instagram, the Rude Hardy Boys and shit, and they're fucking amazing.
Good. And that's when they make like limited edition ones, they do those?
Yeah, well, so the Rude Hardy Boys was a Ringside collectible exclusive. So basically, you could buy it in Ringside collectibles.
But it came from Mattel, you saying?
Yeah, Mattel makes it. Yeah.
Okay, gotcha. So I don't know. Do you know if every line has an exclusive?
No.
Okay.
This one is not connected to the series though.
I got you. I understand. It's just a one-off.
Yeah.
Okay. The ones they have here for this one in this series, which just says Series 69, which means they have a shit ton of them.
They said this was one of the largest series.
Oh, good. Because I see there's a lot of figures in it. They have Bobby Lashley, which again, like I was saying, like even if you're not a fan of the wrestler themselves, god damn, this figure is super good. He comes with like the vest. He has the hands for the fingers.
Yeah.
He has a sledgehammer for some reason. I don't understand. When did Bobby Lashley use damn sledgehammer? Tell me. And he has a giant tire. Please help me understand that. Do they all come with a giant tire to help build a monster truck? Are we bringing monster trucks back? Is it that time?
I'm fine with that if they are.
All right. Who are you? Which one do you want? You want to be Gravedigger? You want to be the Hulk Hogan with the arms on the side? Which one you want to be?
I want to be Bigfoot.
Oh, you want to bring it back to Bigfoot? Man. All right. I like the Big Blue. Let's see. Who else do they have in this? There's a lot of figures. Mustafa Ali, who comes with like his vest, his mouthpiece. It doesn't light up, which I think that would be like if this was a part of that $30-$40 line, like I would request for his hands and his mouth to light up. It doesn't, but he comes with 2 different variants. There's a yellow one and a red one.
Ray looks dope too.
They have, and this is probably like my number one out of the whole thing. Tommaso Ciampa.
Yeah.
Although I don't like his pants because they look like a cloth, and it looks like he has like an Akuma belt, which is just like, you know, when you don't wear a belt and you just tie a rope around your waist because you know.
You got a hobo belt on?
Yeah, just a little bit, just a little bit. Like they couldn't have just made a little plastic belt to go in the loop or something. I don't know. It doesn't look right, but the figure itself is badass. He comes with an army green crutch for some reason. And you know what though? He is super accurate to Tommaso Ciampa because they have a close up of the face, and like, yeah, that really does just look like him. That scowl is him. They have the Miz with his like I guess the gear he debuted at the last WrestleMania, not the one I just passed, the one before that with the glasses and stuff.
Yeah,
that one looks super accurate. Like
I kind of wish Ali was in the blue gear.
I see what you mean.
But I might, if I get one, it's probably the red gear.
Yeah, the red gear might be hard to find. Shit, I don't know.
Well, the red gear is I think it's a Target. Exclusive.
Oh well, if that's the case, there you go. Makes it even more easy.
Yeah, Tommaso Ciampa looked like a hobo.
Yeah, he just looks like.
Yeah, he looked like a.
He looks. As sad to say, he looks like a vet. That's just a homeless vet.
that bought a string to keep his pants up.
To keep his pants, that's all he got, man. He got a string. He got a string and a dream.
I'm a little disappointed because Bill Nikita is very big with the NXT guys. So
Yeah,
I'm mad that the white hair in his beard is not there.
Oh damn! And he's not a little darker because he actually look he tanned up.
I actually get this Miz. I really like the Miz.
That Miz looks very good.
I might have to get Maurice because it has the IC title.
Oh, okay.
Maurice, that's the only thing Maurice might getting.
Can I just say I miss her? I miss her with the Miz. I'm just saying. She has something that she would the part of her that where she's just as evil as him when he's evil is hilarious. You know what I'm saying?
She's busy having babies. She's having a second baby.
Oh, okay. Really? I didn't know that. Congratulations on that. Ricochet looks just like Ricochet.
Rey Mysterio. I was hoping for the Mohawk here.
Yeah, they don't have the Mohawk Rey. Yeah. They have like when he first came back, that green and white.
Yeah.
Yes, they okay.
I like his Liv a lot.
But his figure is pretty good. Liv Morgan is awesome. Her face, like it's like that's all right. They did a really good job. Sonya Deville.
Sexy toy.
Sonya Deville comes with her little gi.
Yeah.
With the hood. It's also badass.
I kind of like that rock too.
That rock is extremely good. That's a really cool rock. It comes with the Lay After SmackDown T-shirt.
And this is the first time
and a microphone, and you can take the elbow pads off. That's ridiculous.
So one thing I noticed they were talking about on the Wrestling Figure Pod was they never made one with the sideburns. So this is the first rock that actually has the sideburns.
Well, how about that?
Yeah. Damn, I actually might want to get this whole series.
Like, look at the toy line at the end, though. Maybe we might have to make this the picture because look at Bobby Lashley sitting on that wheel.
He looks
like if anybody remembers the Village People.
Yeah.
That's what Bobby Lashley looks like. He looks like the Village People.
You remember you ever watched the Simpsons episode when Homer was trying to show Bart not to be gay and he took him to
the bar?
Took him to steel mill.
And he showed them the steel mill, and he showed them that they work hard and they play hard. Yeah, I remember.
And play That's what it reminds me of.
Yep. No lie.
Yeah, that might have to be the podcast picture.
Is this Pride? Is this Pride Lassie?
Oh man.
I'm just saying. So yeah, this might have to be the picture.
I gotta figure out where I'm gonna pre-order them because this might be the first like complete series I get because I really like the Miz. I'm looking at the Miz and I'm like, damn, I actually.
But this the quality of that coat and the glasses are like exactly his glasses, dude.
Tommaso, I'm gonna get just to get Tommaso Ciampa.
Yeah, I agree.
Rey Mysterio, I have issues with. Like, I don't like the figure that much. Like, I think I'll get the series before 68. They have the Halloween Havoc Rey.
Okay.
I'll probably get that one instead.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
What, the purple bodysuit?
Yeah.
Really? I didn't even know they made that, did it?
Yeah, they did it last for I think the 68.
Okay. Wow.
Yeah, they had it.
That's awesome.
Damn it! You're gonna make me spend money.
Sorry. Tell them to stop making such good figures. Something else to. But see, where the show was extremely lacking, this stuff is picking up the slack, and it just in a big bad way. This is ridiculous, dude.
The figures are really good. Like this is something that they've been doing really well with is the figures. I'm really a fan of the figures. You know what I'm waiting for? I'm waiting for the Planet Savior Daniel Bryan. We haven't got that one yet.
This is true. Speaking of, when are they going to change the tag titles? Did you see last week they had the guys with the making fun of the belts?
Yeah.
So like, come on, Daniel Bryan, change that belt.
All right, at least 68 figures. That was the one with they had Daniel Bryan in the blue and green when he was a babyface. They have American Badass Taker.
Mm-hmm.
They have Braun Strowman with the big ass bass guitar. The bass.
Oh, what? They made that?
Yeah. It's King Babel.
Did they ever make a Braun Strowman with a garbage truck?
They did the car, the red car he destroyed. Remember I told you that?
Yes, no, I remember that. That was like the night of. They showed that toy set. I was like, what? Damn.
And then I might have to get this set because Velveteen Dream is in it.
Okay, and which one is this?
This is Elite 67. This has Shayna Baszler, Cedric Alexander, U.S. champion Jeff Hardy, Randy
Oh
Orton,
wow!
Rey Mysterio with the Phantom suit, and Velveteen Dream.
And this
My
came
only
out when?
thing, this one came out a couple months ago,
Okay,
but
and
I'm a little disappointed that Velveteen don't have the North American Championship.
true.
But yo, like their NXT figures are like hard to fucking get.
That's what I was gonna say.
Yeah,
Like,
NXT figures are hard to get, and they go for crazy amounts of money. Like Alex Black right now is going for like $200.
man, listen, if I'd have known, I saw him, I should have got it.
Yeah. So if you ever see an NXT version of a figure, I get your hands on it because those are going to be hard to find. I did grab Ruby Riott. That was another one I got.
Oh yeah, I remember she was a
I got
part of the same
NXT.
set.
I got NXT Ruby Riott.
Nice.
But
Shout outs to whoever's doing the some of these little picture compilations they're doing on the WWE website, because they did one for like the best 3-man teams.
Yeah.
And they have like the Riot Squad on there. And you just have like the pictures that they got of the Riot Squad. It's like, God damn it, I missed them. What happened? Why they do that? Why they destroy them?
I might have to get this AJ.
And they don't sell them on the official website, do they?
They probably do, but they're a little more pricey on the official website.
But I mean, like for some of the rare ones, would they still be there?
Yeah, or you can, honestly, I find a lot of deals on Amazon. And I found them not that bad price on eBay as well.
Okay.
Like I'm looking at this AJ Styles WWE Championship I kind of want. I've seen the Seth Rollins that comes with the tag, and he comes with the tag and an IC title.
Okay. Oh, okay. I got you. Did they make a Dean Ambrose with the jacket?
I think
before he left.
Yeah, I think they did.
Oh, that's probably gonna be worth so much fucking money.
Yeah.
Just because he hated that shit. Oh man. Oh well. Speaking of other things people were talking about, when I listened to the Sam Roberts podcast, he brought up a thing that I saw on Twitter, but I didn't delve into it on Instagram because it was a part of the Velveteen Dreams Instagram.
Yeah.
Where he raised that question, or he answered more the question of the bad creative. Is that really the problem? And his views were that, and he wasn't even like offering a two-way street. He was just, because he was being provocative. I understand that. It was literally just like, no, it's on the talent to make it work.
Yeah.
That's literally just the point he made, and it wasn't like up for debate. So how do you feel about the Dream's views on that?
It's a mix. It's a mixed bag. Like honestly, he has some truth to what he was saying, but it also goes into creatives to see. Again, most people, and then what Ambrose said about like how some people's jobs are online if they don't do it the way they're asked to do it.
Yeah,
I think that goes more into say than anything.
Yeah, I believe that as well.
But going into like saying things like that, look at the Miz gets everything. Whatever he gets, he makes something worth it. And honestly, to be honest with you, the last 4 years of the Miz been probably some of his best years ever.
Yeah, ever since that thing where it was supposed to bomb. Remember the thing with him? Yes. No, but even okay, remember the feud he had with John Cena when it was the Nikki Bella John Cena tag match?
Even before that.
Oh, that was before that?
It was before that. It was Talking Smack when he fucking let loose on Daniel Bryan.
Okay, so that was even before that? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Gotcha. Since that day, I think The Miz, honestly, The Miz is probably the most valuable person in WWE right now.
I see it.
Like, I honestly, you see, I understand the Seth Rollins and the New Day and everyone, and you have Roman Reigns and stuff like that. But without such a good character as The Miz, there won't be good heroes like Roman and Seth and things like that, because he makes everything worth watching because what he says and what he does and how truthfully he is when he says it and how believable he is when he says it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think his development has been another one. Like if you've been watching wrestling for at least 10 years, but even because he's been there for a good long while, and you've got to. He's probably like our generation's like. I don't want to say Ric Flair, but it's a bold comparison. But it's like we're getting to see a Flair be made.
No, 100% agree. I 100% agree. He has those classic matches. He can have those classic matches for everybody. He could be that fucking heel that you hate
That you
guts,
hate, yes.
and then he could be that baby face that you love and you want him to see him kick ass. And right now, I actually liking his baby face.
Mm-hmm.
I think he's fun. I think he still has his little attitude, but I think he's more fun to like. I'm having fun with his comments and how he's been acting, and I've been a fan of his baby face lately, and I'm like, yeah, go ahead, man. Like the fact that Miz could do both, he's such a and make it seem easy. That's a lot of things.
Yeah.
But again, that comes to true. Like Rocky Maivia didn't work, but then he made the Rock, and that's what made him, and he was able to let loose and be himself. But then again, also back in the Attitude Era, people had more leeway to say what they wanted to say.
You're right. And also in the Attitude Era, remember the writers' room was nowhere near that big because it was like, who was it? It was Russo was one person, and there was like one other person.
Yeah, it was Russo, Cornette, and he's back there now. Brother Love, I forgot his name.
Yes, I know who you're talking about.
Yeah.
And again, that was it. And Vince.
Yeah.
And it's just like there might be something to that formula for the talent to be able to work it out.
Yeah.
But I'm sorry, Dream. I can't agree. I can't agree with you right now.
Yeah, it's a.
I can't right now.
I'd say it's a mixed bag. Like I say, I agree with it to a certain extent, but nowadays it's a lot different. Even I feel that NXT has more leeway than the main roster does.
Because you know what? I'll put it to you this way: nobody's gotten more chicken shit to make chicken salad because they've been put because of who or what they are than Braun Strowman, right?
Yeah.
There's no. I felt more behind Strowman becoming a champion than I've ever felt about the Big Show in maybe like a good long time as a believable big man who was a monster. But remember that WWE Creative saw fit to make Braun Strowman go through lots of really uncharacteristically stupid things.
Yeah.
And he's managed to like through all that dumb shit, like that big ass cello was one of the stupidest things you could give to a wrestler, but he made it work. Having a little kid as a tag team partner, he made it work. It's like you could be mad at the decision that they made because at the end of the day, it's not him pulling the strings, but he still managed to make that stuff work. And I feel like had it been like the old days, he would have been champ already.
I think they messed up him in the regards of like honestly, he should have won it as a baby, as a heel first.
And I think, and I believe, and I agree with that. But I also just think that he's overwritten now.
Yeah,
it's like whereas if it was like as Dream would say, the talent may get it over. He's done nothing but get over their bullshit this entire time. But they won't give him the bone. That's the point I'm trying to make. It's like how long do you have to get over their bullshit before you can get the bone?
That's true.
That's the thing I think is like different. It's not the same, I feel.
Yeah, it's a different thing. And again, like I said, in NXT, I feel like they have a bit more leeway as well.
Yeah,
because
I believe it.
They're more handheld, but then again, I think Triple H lets them be what they want to be, and I think that's what helped. That may like recreate some of the talent that went back to NXT, like Killian Dane, Dango, Breeze, and recently Apollo Crews.
Yes, awesome.
So I'm happy that they're back there because I think Triple H has more of a clue of how to use them and know their strengths and everything like that. And then you also have the hand of these talents that can help bring up the other talents like as good as they possibly can.
Yes, and just the amount of chemistry that's already there between even the people you just said. There's already so much chemistry because I'm ready for Tyler Breeze, Apollo Crews too. I remember their feud, and it was pretty good. They had a great match. They had a takeover match. It was awesome.
Yeah,
like there's something there. So I'm happy. I'm happy on that front. Yeah, I'm glad you brought that up. I completely forgot about him being there.
Yeah. So yeah, I know Apollo he just recently went there.
Yeah, very recently.
So I'm happy about that. Um, yeah, yeah. Like again, I agree and disagree with it. Like there's a lot of things more to it than what he was saying,
Yeah.
and I think also he's doing it more as his character as well.
Yeah, no. I listen. I know he's in the business. He's very smart.
Yeah.
Like he knows when to do it.
Yep. Yep.
Another little thing that happened this week was just I wanted to bring it up because I think it's funny. Is just like Lance Storm kicking one of these internet websites in the balls for reporting on him, reporting on a tweet like it's actual news.
Yeah.
And just kind of just to put a PSA out there, like, come on, man, this shit ain't that serious. Like, not everything is a fucking story. I don't understand. I get that people have to work fast in this era to get, their clicks and whatnot, but come on.
Yeah.
Please don't resort to being like the National Enquirer and just start just posting ridiculous shit. How long is it until we see Tyler Breeze marry Sasquatch or, something stupid like this? You know what I mean? Like, let's get a little more grounded, please.
Yeah.
How do you feel about Mark Henry's reaction to the Undertaker thing? If you haven't heard about it, his reaction was more to the fans that are saying you can't. These in reference to Undertaker and Goldberg about their legacies. Like, this match shouldn't count against their legacies. I don't feel I don't feel the temperament of the fans has anything to do with how their legacy. You know what I mean, Mark? Like, I don't think that match was garbage, but I don't think that's like, well, these two guys suck and they always suck, and then this is the last thing I've ever seen of them, so they suck. I don't feel like that.
So first things first, yeah, that match was something that we never asked for.
Exactly.
It was not something that was like, oh my god, no, we did not want to see that match. We wanted to see Taker versus Sting. We did not want to. Even nowadays, I will see Taker versus Sting over this.
Come on.
I think Sting is a better wrestler than
yes.
Goldberg. Goldberg has always been green.
I'll put it. Here's my statement on Goldberg. Remember what he did to Bret Hart.
Yeah.
That's all I have to say about Goldberg, is that he's always been, regardless of his intentions, he's never been safe.
Yeah.
I don't give a shit what you say. Half of those wins that he had were literally like, oh, this guy can't wrestle. This match can't be more than a minute.
Yeah.
And he fucking ended that dude's career. He ended a legend's career over something stupid that if he was a really trained and, knew how to do his job like the rest of the people around him, it never would have happened.
Yeah.
And to that, I say, yeah, Goldberg is just doing Goldberg.
Yeah.
That's just how I feel about him. Undertaker, here's one of the things that I noticed that people picked up on, but they were attributing it to Taker. When he did his tombstone, there's blame going to Undertaker not doing it properly. Did you notice that Goldberg had already been knocked out and wasn't holding himself up?
Yeah.
So he dropped himself on his own head because you're supposed to hold on tight.
Yeah.
Because it's funny that listening to podcasts you learn these things, because there was one with Vicky Guerrero where I didn't know he tombstoned Vicky Guerrero, but he told her, just hold my waist and you'll be fine. And if you look at the pictures of that, of the Goldberg Taker match, you could see Goldberg was just slumped. He wasn't holding shit.
Yeah. Again, like the match was just bad, and then it was just bad to watch. Like the jackhammer, that was dangerous too. Like if he knew that he couldn't do anything, why try to do that? That almost took out Taker. That could have took out Taker for the rest of his life.
Yeah,
he landed directly on his neck.
Yep.
And again, like I said, I was never a fan of Goldberg. I knew what he was for the business, but I always saw him that he was green. Honestly, if you go to any person that had to wrestle Goldberg, every single person besides DDP will say that they couldn't work with him.
Yeah.
They had trouble working with him.
It just is what it
Fucking
is.
positive.
Yeah, it is what it is. Like you will be hard pressed to find people to shit talk him because he's a good dude. But as far as his wrestling skill, that ain't got nothing to do with how good of a person he is. He's not good.
Two of his best matches, and I feel like these guys like tried their best doing that fucking ring for him, and they still.
I'm gonna guess. Hold on. Can I guess?
Yeah.
Sting for the world championship, and I want to say DDP, but not DDP. Because
You know what? I didn't count Sting and DDP because they weren't part of the whole like streak yet.
Okay. Go
Well,
ahead.
DDP was. But DDP and him had a really great match, and I think that's what really helped him elevate because DDP really helped him work. Same thing with Sting. Perry Saturn, him versus Perry Saturn, and him versus Raven.
I need to go. I saw that one being highlighted recently too.
Yeah.
I gotta go back and watch that. But like, I don't remember the Perry Saturn one.
And they said like this guy was such a bitch to fucking work with.
Wow.
Yeah. Goldberg was always green in my book. I was never a fan, so him going into this, I was not high. I never was a fan of him, so I didn't really care for it. The match was just a shit show, like straight up shit show. Like
yeah,
nothing went good in that match.
No. And like, I just think you just can't do that ever, something like that ever again. And it's just like I would love to sit down with any wrestler who's in that situation. It's like because he said the comments also included like, would you have preferred them to give you a lame 3 choke slams and it's over because he hurt himself? And it's just like, come on, dog, you can't even say that because once you hurt, you can't put another man's life in danger.
Yeah.
To finish the match. I thought the whole thing about wrestling was protect each other.
Yeah.
So you can't be a hypocrite to protect the business like that.
Yeah.
So I'm not riding with Mark Henry on that one or anybody else who is trying to say don't talk shit about that match. Like the core of my gripe with it, period, is just I keep hearing how you're supposed to protect each other, and that was damn sure not that.
No, it wasn't.
So that's just my thoughts on it. That's what it really comes down to.
Yeah, I agree.
So boo.
Yeah, that match was doo-doo.
Yep. Don't ever do that shit again or anything like it.
Stop your doo-doo.
Fucking Ric Flair could have had a better match with himself than that.
Yeah.
He could have took a pair of shoes to the ring and elbow dropped him for 5 minutes, and I would have been more entertained. Like, come on, man.
And you would have bled.
What did he hide the blade in the shoes?
Yeah.
Shit. Oh my god.
Yeah.
Man. Oh, and the last thing that I want to bring out, just because it makes me, I just wanted to let you know, Mark, just in case you didn't hear it, in the Chris Van Vliet interview with Sean Spears, like he put out a lot of stuff that he didn't, he hasn't been able to say in a public forum, or even when he was on ENC. Like there's a few things about like, because I was saying I didn't know him and Peyton Royce they weren't married, but they're not married yet. They're still not married yet. They want to get married like I think in this summer or something, so real soon. But he was just talking about a lot of the things about he wanted to be there for her because he knew it was over.
Yeah.
He tried and he couldn't do it. That's one thing that's like, that sucks. But you hear how he tried to tough it out. Another thing was, before he left NXT, to hear that Bobby Roode had pushed for him to have a championship match and they said no.
Yeah.
Like, I didn't know that fact, and I was like, what? That blew my mind. That made me really sad. I was like, because then he went on to describe the story of how he got the perfect 10, and he shouted out Tyler Breeze.
Yeah.
Was like one of the people that hipped him to like how good it sounded, and was like, yeah, you should rock that, man. And then how Dusty was like the force behind it when he brought the idea to him, was like, okay, yeah, fuck it, let's do it. Because they told him like, you were on the way out.
Yeah.
It's like, there's no way you're making it to the main roster at this point. And I was like, damn, that's some fucked up shit to hear. But that's what brought him, I guess, the courage and the strength to do the perfect 10 thing.
Yeah.
But like, he recounted the events, and I'm thinking back to when we were like, oh, he's okay, he's good. And I remember when it did click, and the first time that he had the takeover, when he was doing it, and the time that the entire arena was doing the 10, counting down, like that was, again, that's another you blew it moment. I feel that was another one of those things. And then to talk about the Royal Rumble moment, where they had told him when he was going out for that match, like, oh yeah, you in the Royal Rumble. And he was like, that's just fucked up. But Triple H is, Triple H is a good guy, but like that's fucked to tell you as you going out. But like after that Royal Rumble moment, when the fucking that arena went nuts and was screaming 10, 10, 10 for, like, how do you fuck that up?
Yeah.
And it was just like he just nothing. He would get no answers about anything in reference to him going anywhere with that on the main roster when he got there. And it was just like, damn, it sucked up. And then he also was a victim of Bill DeMott.
Yeah.
So fuck that guy. Again, fuck that guy. So that sucks, dude.
That was a really good interview with Tyler. Well, I didn't even listen to the one with that one. I listened to one on the Edge Christian show. I definitely checked that one out. But I know, like, I remember the first takeover of Brooklyn that he came out with the 10.
Yes.
And the fucking crowd was nuts. Real went fucking crazy for him.
Yeah.
And I honestly, I even seen NXT drop the ball on him.
Yeah, I agree. Because he said in NXT, before he even left, he was in the picture for the championship. The champ was like, let's do it. And they just, nope.
I think, and then it was in Toronto when they fucking fought for the title.
No, he didn't get to fight for the title. That's the whole thing.
No, he fought Rude before the title.
Understood. And
then Rude got the title after that, but that should have been for the NXT championship.
Gotcha.
Yeah, I agree with that. Like, I feel like Ty Dillinger should have had the NXT championship.
Yeah, me too.
That's all I got.
It's just all right, Mark. So
watch NXT. Watch NXT UK. Oh yeah, the freaking how NXT UK does a group break.
Okay, now who's that?
They built the Walters group. Finally has this 4th member on this NXT UK.
I saw the pictures of it. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, so definitely check that out. Again, I'll say my match of the week was Gallagher versus Gable.
I was gonna agree until I saw NXT.
Yeah.
And I saw Undisputed Era versus Player 1 and Player 2. Oh, God damn, that was a good match.
They kill each other, man.
I was telling you, that was a takeover worthy. Like, man, they are so good.
Yeah.
So good. Watch NXT, watch 205, please.
Yeah.
Send them the message. Like, I want to see somebody spike those numbers through the roof. And they were like, oh, I want to see articles saying, oh, unprecedented viewership for 205 Live. Like, that's what I want to see.
Yeah.
It's like, I want people to watch that show. It's really good.
Yeah.
Give 205 Live a chance.
Yep. Watch 205 Live. 205 Live is great. Probably the best wrestling show now.
I mean, yeah. Well, if you mean like live, probably is.
Yeah, with NXT, between NXT and 205, the NXT UK, like, they all deliver really great shows, and then you have the main roster that does do sometimes.
Yeah, this is true.
So, oh shit, they have a Dean Ambrose for like $13.
Which one?
With the tag title.
What year is that?
This is probably the elite 50, 60. No, it's an old elite. It's pretty old. I don't want Braun Strowman though. I'll take Seth Rollins and Dean Ambrose though. And it comes with the red tag title.
Oh, really? It comes with that one?
Yeah.
Okay.
And he has the Jack Daniels.
Oh, I got it. Okay. I know exactly what you mean. Which one?
This was a good route. They had like Shawn Michaels. Yeah, I might actually. I'll look into that. Anyway, yeah, yeah. Watch wrestling, and we'll see you next week.
Yep.
So follow us on all our social medias. Follow me on Mark with the Mic, on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, the Wrestling Babble, and the Wrestling Link boards. They are very active, so definitely follow those. Twitch TV, I'm doing Batman Month right now. I'm at Arkham City. Twitter and SoundCloud, where you can find all our podcasts with the Guess Better I Swear, the Wrestling Babble, and the Morphin Cast. Check out all those things. And then Louis Beans, what you got?
We got make sure you follow us on Red Cyclone Inc. on everything. That's Red Cyclone Inc. on Twitter, SoundCloud, Instagram, and YouTube. Also Tumblr, WordPress. I believe that's it, right?
Yep.
And that's all Red Cyclone Inc. on everything. So no excuses. Nothing different. Do it.
We do have a person that's messing around with our logos, so we might have some new logos very soon.
Cool.
He's a buddy of mine. He's a pretty good artist. He was like, "Hey, you mind if I do that? And I'll just use it for my portfolio." And I'm like, "Yeah, go ahead."
Nice.
So we might have some new updated stuff. He's going to use kind of the same design, but he's going to update everything and everything. So it's going to be cool.
I appreciate it.
Yeah. So,
like anybody, if you want to contribute anything to the show or to any of our to either social medias or anything like that, feel free.
Yes. Send us.
If you are an amateur or a professional, it don't matter. Listen, this is all just grassroots anyway. So
you can make stick figures. Be good with stick figures.
Yeah, man. I used to love those stick figures from Newgrounds. They used to fuck each other up.
All right. Peace out. And always remember, follow the Jinkies.
Sandwiches.
Laters.